G fam, what's going on with y'all boys? It's your boy Easy G back to y'all with another college football 25 head to head. As you guys can see, this is that three-parter from that first part. Um, yeah, Natty game with Penn State. Trying to see if we could get a Natty with Penn State. That's the mission today. Um, yeah, I believe this was the first day of college football 25 with us, just playing the game, figuring things out, learning the game. We'll get more up to date in videos in the upcoming future. I'll say at about around the end of the week, we should be a little bit more up to date with majority of the videos. So yeah, for the past couple days, I've been taking some breaks. Some things popped up, so we back on the grind today. We're gonna try to hurry up and get this up and going. Yeah, I can't even play the original audio because I had music in it, so I'm gonna just take my break. As you guys can see, we are playing Alabama, aka Lamar Jackson. I'm gonna keep saying it. It's a little bit different now compared to when the game first came out. This is legit a Lamar reskin. However y'all want to look at it, whatever you want to say. This guy right here, Milrow, is a dog. I don't know why they made him the way he is. He really the only quarterback like that too. And I ain't gonna lie, the both the boys out of Texas is nice. Shador would be nice, but they suck. It's weird. Like, I ain't never played with a team like so star-studded at quarterback and they have a wideout, but you can't play with that team because they're so bad. Even though future me has already won a natty with them. I don't even know if I'm gonna show that one on camera. You see, that's why I gotta start streaming, man. Like I say, hopefully the streaming thing comes to fruition sooner rather than later. I got some more things to do, and then bam. I want to say at least I'm gonna push it to Madden. I'm gonna push it to Madden 25. I'm gonna push it to Madden 25 because I want to do a big pack opening for when Madden 25 come out. I don't know when I'm gonna do it. I want to do it on release day, opening day, but I don't know. It depends on overalls, cards, certain legends. Because as of right now, even like if there's one thing I could speak on before we even get into this head-to-head match, as far as like Ultimate Team right now, the one thing I'm having a problem with that I don't really like is more so the reoccurring cards that's from Madden to college. Well, I'm not mad because those guys ain't getting no opportunity to get no card in the past couple college football. You get what I'm saying? It's been a 10-year gap. The only thing that sucks with this is more like we already know those boys gonna get cards in mud. I wish we could, like, Pat White was like the perfect card to drop. I wish he would have started as a higher overall, like you replaced him for Tebow. Not in the sense of overall. Well, yeah, in the sense of overall, not more so the card. Like, you could have made him that first master for college football. They already started off with Tebow, which kind of got me afraid that this is going to be a copy-paste from Madden, because my thing is, there should have been a lot, like, that. It's hard to talk about that right now, especially with, like, how Ultimate Team is going right now. I believe they just dropped, like, what, Lamar Jackson, McCaffrey, and Garrett. Like, you can't really be mad, but at the same time, you do want different cards because it's cards we've already seen, already dealt with. That's, like, the only thing that sucks with this right now. As far as my MUT situation, we should be starting up soon. As far as PlayStation, I mean, it hasn't been lagging too much on Ultimate Team as of right now. So for Ultimate Team, well, it really hasn't lagged. I played one online game and it didn't lag. Mind you, this is post update. This is way before I was having the PlayStation situations. Even though we got some more stuff to talk about as far as Dynasty, we did join a new Dynasty. on Xbox. We'll reveal that team once we get into the first game. We should get in the first game probably later tonight or tomorrow. I'll figure out the time frame on that, but you guys will get another dynasty for Xbox. It's a money league, $300 pot. I'll let you guys. Yeah, I'll probably tell you guys during the video. I don't want to spoil it right now. Yeah, we still got our team builder to do, and then we got our other dynasty to do. Right now, I'm just trying to knock out the videos that we do have, so that we could get to it. We got a couple Road to Glory videos to do, and then we got about one more head to head. We're gonna stop with head to head after this next one, and then yeah, that one was big. That one probably gonna bite us at the end of this game. But yeah, as you guys see, we did not get the first down, or sorry, we did not get the touchdown right there. Now it's 1st and 10. Alabama on the 1, trying to stuff him, make sure he don't get out of this end zone. But it's very hard to do that when you're going against Jalen Milroe. He had the streak open. He ended up going underneath to the crossing route. Didn't get it. Yeah, like, that's the good and bad in football. Well, at least in college football right now. I still need that question answered. I don't believe I got a full answer with that question I have for the last episode. If you guys know, as far as like Dynasty, if you guys like, let's say you have a monster season, do they announce if they're going to the draft before the season's over? Because that's big for me with like recruiting. Like, if let's say I got a second year, let's say I got a sophomore receiver, he ends up putting like 1,623 touchdowns, 4th in Heisman. I wonder if they get announced. Like, again, I haven't played enough Road to Glory or enough Dynasty to get to a certain point to where they even acknowledge that. But hopefully you guys have an answer for the ones who have been playing it like that. That's OD. Yeah, I definitely want to know that answer, because that'll change my process and how I'm recruiting for these dynasties. And certain decisions that may take part in Road to Glory. I don't want to spoil nothing just of yet. But yeah, that's one of the questions I had. So if you guys got any idea how that works, please let me know, because that's one thing that's been rocking my head for the past couple days since this game's been out. Yeah. So as far as that, you guys are getting Road to Glory, Dynasty. I know that for sure. Those are two things you're probably gonna get constantly. As far as head to head, we're gonna take a break off head to head, and then Ultimate Team. We're just really now starting our Ultimate Team. My Ultimate Team is not up there. I have not spent no money on Ultimate Team other than what we got for pre-orders. I don't know if I'm going to spend money right now, just because the value of certain cards and the way the game is right now. Not to say that I won't. It's just I really would rather save that for Madden. But who knows? Things can change. I might end up doing it regardless. Hopefully by the time my team is fully ready to compete, I'm ready to stream. So yeah, that's the big thing right now, getting everything prepared for Ultimate Team. Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing. And then back to what I was saying from before, where like regarding Ultimate Team, the biggest thing, or the biggest issue, so to say, is we gotta be more flexible with the cards that we're getting in this game mode, because it's gonna be very Madden 2.0 in a second as far as the cards we're getting in the game. I don't want to see these cards that we're getting from the NFL that's low draft picks or wasn't like that in college, unless it's a certain promo. Now, I get it. A lot of these guys, like, eventually we're going to see a Baker Mayfield. We're going to see a Johnny. But I would rather see more Johnnies in college than more Johnnies in Ultimate Team for Madden, just because he didn't do anything crazy in college, or sorry, in the NFL. So I would rather see more college cards than NFL cards. That's just kind of the way I would like it. Now, if you were crazy in both college and the NFL, you can't be mad that you're going to get cards. But it's just more so for the sake of not ODing, because it's going to be a couple players on both games that's going to get at least 5 to 6 cards apiece, probably even more. So I just hope they find a way to balance that, give us players we haven't had before, especially like some like underdog, like Percy Harvins or things of that nature. Cards that like you just know that they had that college, they had that in college. As far as the NFL taking it more to the pro side, probably didn't have the greatest career, but hopefully they could balance that out. That's like my number one thing with the mode is balance with certain cards that's in the game. Outside of that, everybody know the defensive issues. Um, I think that's kind of how they want the game to play. It's not more so if they're gonna fix it. I think that's honestly just how they want the game to play. Because I could see it being to where defense is really hard, especially if you're playing like a head-to-head or MUT where you don't have the fastest receivers. I could see where it could get a little boxy if they was to fix the defense to an extent as far as pressures, inaccurates, especially in MUT right now where from what I seen, not from what I played, legit only played one head-to-head game on there. That's it. It looks like one turnover, the game's over. That's pretty much how it is right now in college football. Not for me in a sense. I feel like you give me a couple minutes, I'm able to come back. I've done it. It's not something that's been hidden. I've had games where I come back 21-0, 28-0. Just needed the time, some stops. So it just depends on how people are playing and what they're doing. You got to be smart with it. But as far as MUT, yeah, if they end up patching defense, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. I guess we'll just have to wait. I don't know if it's more so we gotta wait for better players or that's legit how the game's gonna be. They don't want it to be too much Madden. Like that's a crazy dot right there. Shout out to him. But yeah, yeah, I don't know how to feel. Like right now, I haven't hit that raging point while playing the game just because outside of Dynasty, I already know what's going on with that. So it's no reason to really get mad. That's more off the PlayStation side. If y'all seen one of the last couple videos I've dropped, I believe it was one of the PlayStation Dynasties. I believe I dropped that by now. Yeah, PlayStation had this thing where it was lagging. Still is lagging more off the Dynasty, but every other mode it's not lagging anymore. But there was that issue once the game came out. They dropped the update. It kind of stopped lagging, mostly in those other modes, but we're still having problem in the Dynasties. Yeah, that like I don't know. Like that's the one thing that's been like a constant like thing that's pissing me off, but I can only do so much. The best thing I could do is try to give out the content that I already have and try to do it in the best way possible. But enough ranting. I kind of wanted to get through majority of this game because looking back at this game hurts. A little foreshadowing, but yeah. This game was annoying to play, especially knowing the threat of how OD Milrow was at the beginning of the game. You kind of didn't want to send no more than 3. You always wanted that backups just in case he did roll out. But it was kind of hard to try to sit down and set a spy knowing he could roll out, throw the ball to these fast-ass receivers. And during this game, I want to say kind of before halftime, I realized my roster wasn't saving. Now, if you guys are playing Road to CFP, you do know that you can't change playbooks. And whenever you go to the depth chart in the menu, it doesn't go to the depth chart online. They don't have nothing to where you can save that. You have to pause the game and do that. I didn't realize that until this game was going on. And we were already so locked in. I didn't really want to change. I did want to change it, but I didn't want to change it. And I noticed it when one of my outside receivers was still in the same spot that I thought I changed them to a different spot. So then when I noticed that, we were kind of already locked in. I was going to text you in a second. As we was already locked in, then I had a crucial decision 21 up, 2 minutes. It's risky, but with timeouts, first down, clock stops, I say why not go with the onside? First onside, first day of college football, all the way to the Natty. This kick really determines the game. After you guys seen our first drive, we didn't really have the best result. Now let me know in the comments if y'all believe that I scored in that first drive. I honestly do believe I did score. As you guys see, they put me on the one, and who knows, by the end of this video, that might be a determining factor. You know, as you guys can see, it's 21 up. I couldn't really send a spy. Like, the biggest problem I was having here was the D-pad, because I was making a lot of adjustments, and I kept switching on to guys, and that's due to the switch stick. Again, I kind of wish the switch stick was just limited to the stick and not the D-pad, because you could switch players with the D-pad. I hope it is something you can change in the future, because while you're making adjustments with the D-pad and constantly pressing that button, you switch on to a lot of people by accident, and I hope that's something they can at least turn off in the future. As you guys can see, we missed them by an inch. Could have been a possible pick, 3rd and inches with a minute 50 left. Going back in the bunch tight end, he been in the entire game, and being in these short yardage situations, you always have the fear of him running the ball. Like, that was my biggest fear, and that's kind of why you see the way I was playing. I didn't want to send for, but sometimes you gotta send it. Hopefully they get in. Penn State D-line. Honestly, since I've been playing the game, it's probably been the best D-line that I've played with. Now, again, I haven't played with no 5-star teams like that. No, I lied. I played with Ohio State once. My brother asked me to play with them. I played with Ohio State once, but I wasn't really a big fan of using. Like I said, using 5-star teams in this game is pretty boring. I mean, unless you're betting, I get why you would use them, but I try to stick to, you know, not using those teams, because to me, if I use those teams, the game's gonna get boring really quick for me. And he really threw that. That's that right there, bro. I got bumped. We end up not getting him. He got the threat of running, no fumble, just, you know, shifty as hell. Dog, I'm telling you, like, he's him, the backside of Ohio State. Who's another one? Yeah, them the only 3 I could think of. Like, hate playing against him, just because they're so unpredictable. And then look, we missed the tackle. Then he get a 4th and inches. Will he go for it? Will he go for 3? We gotta wait and see. He ends up going for it. Like, just imagine if we get that tackle right there in the backfield. We're looking for a man look, make sure he can't get nothing crazy. He ends up running the ball, getting the first down. Clock stops, 3 seconds left. He ends up going for a field goal. Will he make it? He ends up making it. Ends our journey for our first Natty National Championship with Penn State. Best believe I was pissed. I wasn't pissed to the point where it's like, damn, we lost. It was more so legit first day on college football, grinded all the way. We didn't really lose a game outside of this. This was, in a sense, our first loss, and it was to Alabama. We lost by 3. That first drive ended up becoming very important. Like, a lot of these games just come down to one stop, as you guys can see. We get 3, we probably go to overtime, and who knows, it's a toss-up. If we scored that, we're up by 4, as you can see by the end of this game. We probably end up winning. He would probably have to go for it. Yeah, that was probably a hard blow for the first day of college football. But best believe we're going to get that back in blood. One of these videos, y'all going to see something ends up happening. But, yeah, man, shout out to whoever I played. I'm not even going to begin to say your name. Just know you won the game. You were the better guy in that game. Yeah, just with the threat of having Milroe, it's so crazy. He didn't even really run the ball that game. That was my biggest threat to winning this game, him running that ball. Of course, it was the first day of this game. I kind of got better of neutralizing Milroe to an extent. But yeah, as you guys will see in a future video, something may happen. We got more videos to come. If you guys enjoyed that video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. From Road to Glory to Online Dynasty to, big wager games we got coming up. Some secret surprises I got in the back pocket. But without further ado, it's your boy Easy G. Make sure you boys have a good day. I'm out. Peace.